All right, y'all, we are live. Live on Facebook for the first time. This is the Magic Mike Hour. We're going to be doing this every Thursday from 1 to 2. I know that a lot of you probably were expecting this show to go or start a little more like this. Well, it ain't that kind of show. So we aren't doing that. But the cool thing that I'm going to be doing with a lot of the show every time we do this is we're going to talk about topics, just stuff going on. So again, sports, entertainment, the world, not doing politics. I'll look into the camera. No politics. Doesn't mean we won't talk about hard issues, but we're not doing politics. That just isn't something we're going to do because, well, people cannot intellectually talk about politics very well. So we're not going there. But we're going to talk about a lot of fun topics, food, exercise, all sorts of cool stuff. We got a whole lot on the show menu today. So the way we're going to kind of run the show is it's going to roughly go in about 5-minute topic segments. It may go more, may go less, but, enough to fill an hour. There are a couple of things that you guys will need to know. Obviously, the Magic Mike Hour is brought to you by Lucky Entertainment, which is DJ company throughout the Kenosha and Lake County area. So you can check us out at luckydjs.com. The email for the show is DjMagicMike20@gmail.com. Twitter, you can definitely be interactive. I got my phone right here. It's at DjMagicMike20 on Twitter. Obviously on the Facebook here at DjMagicMike20. So that being said, we're going to be doing some things here. Later in the show, we're going to be doing something called Ask Mike Questions. And basically what that is going to be is a simple little Q&A for you guys to ask me stuff. So go ahead and send in your questions now, DjMagicMike20@gmail.com and or on Twitter at DjMagicMike20. And later on in the show, I'm going to have a segment where I answer your questions, whatever you guys want to ask. So that'll be a cool kind of fun thing for you guys to do, to be interactive on the show. Again, we got a lot of topics coming up today, so a whole lot of things to go over, which is kind of cool. You can go ahead and go on Facebook if you want and help me out. Go to the Magic Mike page. I'm doing it right now with you as we speak. So on Facebook, go to the at DJ Magic Mike 20 page and find this live video that you're seeing right now. And do me a favor and share that. Just go ahead, hit the share button, and just throw it right on your Facebook timeline. So you post that, share that there. Help me out. Help me get some viewers. So, obviously we get some people to talk to, which will be cool. So that being said, we're going to go to the first big topic of the day. It's going to start with a little something. I debated on this, how I should start the show, first ever Magic Mike Hour, and I decided to go with something that, well, I'm going to channel my inner Peter Griffin here. You know what really grinds my gears? But it is something that really grinds my gears. I was working last week, and I'm out at a bar, and, I'm not going to say where or when or how. I'm not going to call anybody out that far, but what basically happened is I'm sitting there working, and I play about 3 songs in succession. As you guys know, if you've been to like one of my karaoke nights or whatever, between singers, I'll play music. Try and, keep things lively and make it fun for people who maybe aren't into karaoke. Not everybody, shockingly as it seems, is into karaoke. So I try to make it fun for everybody. So last week I'm at a show, and I'm playing songs, and the 3 songs that I played one by Eminem, I played a new song by Lil Dicky, and then I played one by Macklemore. Well, this guy comes up to me, he walks up to me, and there's about 15, maybe 20 people in the bar. And this guy walks up to me, and he says, "Oh, we got some older people down at the end of the bar." Now, this is not something that I don't commonly, or this is something that I commonly hear, I should say. And his whole gripe initially was, can we hear some older music? Which, typically I try to kind of cater to who's ever in the bar. So if the crowd is an older crowd, you're getting, kind of older music. If the crowd is a younger crowd, you're getting younger music. Well, most of the people in the bar were like, 27 and under. We're not talking about an older crowd here. So he's complaining about the music, and that's fine. That's cool. I'm down, and I was actually thinking about throwing, some songs in there for him, so that he can, him and his friends can have some fun. But then he does it. He drops the thing that I hear, I don't know, maybe once a month, and this is what grinds my gears. See, when you walk up to me when I'm playing music and you throw down the N-word, and yes, I'm talking about the one that rhymes with trigger, and he goes, hey, can you stop playing this N-word music? Now, look, here's the deal. Okay, it's 2018. Come on, man. That's my first problem. Seriously, like, dude. Secondly, the three guys that I played, Eminem, Lil Dicky, and Macklemore, in succession, are white guys. So you're wrong, like totally, completely wrong and stupid. Not only are you stupid, but you're wrong on top of it. And it really bothers me. And like I said, it's something that I get, probably once a month that I hear people and they, I don't know why. Like, dude, come on. Like, haven't we moved past that already? Haven't we gotten farther than stop playing that music? Like, seriously, dude, just say, hey, can you play something, older? I'd be totally fine with that. But, they had to throw down that word. They got to, with the hard R, too. It wasn't even like, it was full-on trigger, if you know what I'm saying. But and that's my problem. It's that we're at, there's already enough going on out there. And like I said, I don't want to get into politics or nothing like that. But I just feel this is being a decent human being, a decent person. You don't have to walk up and say that, man. Just say, hey, man, can I hear some old tunes? I'd be cool with that. That would be fine. I'd be happy. You'd be happy. Everybody be happy, and you don't have to throw in the trigger word, if you know what I'm saying. So that's what's been grinding my gears this whole past week, and I'd like to hear some of your guys' feedback on it. If you have opinions on that kind of thing, all you got to do, hit me up again on Twitter at DjMagicMike20 on Twitter, or at DjMagicMike20@gmail.com if you want to email stuff for the show. Maybe we'll play some regulators in a little bit there, Mark Rogers. We'll see. But again, that was one thing that really grinded my gears this past week. Just, look, man, if you want to hear different music, that's fine, but you don't have to be throwing around the N-word like it's, a adjective or some crap like that, especially when the three songs I played were all three white guys. So let's catch up to 2018 here, people. All right, so we're going to move on from what really grinds my gears to sports. Lots of stuff going on in sports. I'm keeping it kind of local. I'm a Chicago guy, so it's Chicago all the way. And if you don't like that, we can get out. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go right into kind of baseball. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest for all of you Sox fans. I don't even know. That's a very young team that's going on right now. The White Sox, I do know that they look promising. The pitching, it's all right, but they're young. The hitting can be great, but they also are young. A lot of mistakes there. But other than that, I don't know a whole lot about the White Sox right now, which I feel like is kind of everybody in this area. If you're a Sox, even like the hardcore Sox fans, they don't really know a whole lot about the White Sox right now. Cubs. The Cubs, on the other hand, well, everybody knows about the Cubs. Come on, you can even be a Brewers fan and you know about the Cubs. The big thing with the Cubs is they are having issues right now, and it's kind of the same issues they had last year. This is a lineup that can score runs without even thinking. Like, these guys can drop, 20 runs in a game, but they can just as easily get none. And it reminds me of the old kind of Sammy Sosa approach. It's all or nothing. You know, you crush it or you strike out. And they have struck out a lot, a whole lot, almost record-setting pace. They're not being patient at the plate as much. They're not doing the things that got them to a World Series, and that is a problem. But they have another issue, I think, anyway. And that's your bullpen and your pitching, because that bullpen's already taxed. They went through that whole 17-inning game, which was a big game. And on top of all of that, they have a closer that isn't proven as a closer. He's a proven major leaguer, but he's not a proven closer. And if you want to win in baseball, you need a guy who can come in and lock it down. And I really don't feel like the Cubs have that. They don't have a lockdown guy. Tell me your thoughts on baseball, Sox or Cubs. I know, like, you guys go, well, are you a Sox fan or are you a Cubs fan? For me, the answer is yes. And I get a lot of crap for that, because here's my deal. I was born in Illinois, and I lived in Illinois till I was 9. And then I got moved up to central Wisconsin. So you're in the middle of the sticks. I'm talking Green Lake County, Wisconsin. Shout out Green Lake County, by the way. But you're up in Green Lake County, Wisconsin. Well, back then, the Brewers played in the AL Central. And I, again, all things Chicago, was like, all right, well, I am a Cubs fan, but I'm stuck here around all these Brewers fans, and look at them White Sox, you know? And back then, the Sox had Frank Thomas and Albert Bell, and they were a really strong team. So I didn't convert. I just added a team, you know? And at the time, the Cubs and Sox didn't play each other, so it wasn't a big deal. And then I moved back here when I was 15, back down to Illinois. And that was the first year that they had the interleague play. And, of course, everybody's like, well, you can't be a Cubs and a Sox fan. Well, the heck I can. I can do what I want. And I did, and still do to this day. I am a Cubs and Sox fan, and I'm okay to say that, because you know what, man? The only time they're going to play each other where it really matters is the World Series. And I don't care what the rest of y'all think about the interleague series. It's stupid. Okay, the World Series. If they played each other in the World Series, then yeah, maybe I'd have to pick one. But until then, I ain't. So I'm both. That's where we're at. Go Orioles, Mark Rogers says. Man, where are you from, dude? No, but all right. So moving on to the next topic here. We got Bears discussion. And there's some big news for the Chicago Bears. If you're a Bears fan, you're going to want to listen up here. There are rumors now that there's a trade in the works for Jordan Howard. And this is big. He apparently went on Instagram and deleted all of his Chicago Bears photos. Typically, when players do that, that means there's a reason they did that. So your Chicago Bears might be trading away their Pro Bowl caliber running back. Jordan Howard, as you know, the first 2 years of his tenure in Chicago as the running back has gone over 1,000 yards each time, plus adding almost 500 yards receiving as well. He's been a very effective, probably their best player, and they're thinking about trading him, and that's a big deal. If you're a Bears fan, you need to figure out why. Why is that? And is that a good idea? There's talk that they're going to trade him, get some picks, and possibly get Saquon Barkley. I'm torn. Obviously, the Bears need a lot of help still. They need a lot of they have a lot of holes to fill on the roster itself, but this is a proven commodity. And he's young. We're not talking about a running back that's about to hit 30. We're talking about a guy that's got like 3-4 good years in him. And if Trubisky pans out, and if some of these acquisitions pan out, then I think this is a huge mistake, because this kid, Jordan Howard, can ball. He's really good. And I think, honestly, I'm not very happy with the idea of trading him. But I want to know what you guys think. So what do you guys think about any Bears fans out there? If you think that the Bears should trade Jordan Howard, if they shouldn't, let me know. Talk to me. Again, Twitter is at DjMagicMike20. Email is DjMagicMike20@gmail.com. And again, like I'm a huge Bears fan, but I don't see this as being the greatest idea. I personally really like Jordan Howard. I like his running style. I like what he does. So I don't know, man. I really think that this could be a huge mistake. Don't forget, you guys, before we move on here, we're going to be doing the Ask Mike question segment later in the show. So if you have questions for me and want to hear me talk about them on the show, all you got to do, you can email me again at DjMagicMike20@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter at DjMagicMike20. I'm kind of checking out the email right now to see if we got anything coming in. But yeah, so hit me up. We're going to do that whole segment. You can ask me anything. So it doesn't mean I'll answer anything, but you can ask me whatever you want to ask. So we're moving on. Next segment here in the sports segment, the Bulls, the Chicago Bulls. I don't know if we have any Chicago Bulls fans out there. I'm still a basketball fan. I know that a lot of people in this area aren't as big of basketball fans. Whether you're in Wisconsin or Illinois, the Bucks haven't done a whole lot. Underwear size, Mark Rogers? No, Mandy, those are not knee highs that I'm wearing. But anyway, so moving on to the Bulls. You guys are awesome. Moving on to the Bulls. That team is tanking, and it's kind of like crazy to see because as of right now, they've like benched pretty much everybody at this point. There's not a lot of starters playing anymore. So they bring in a guy the other day, and this dude signed him off the street, and he puts up 21. They're trying to tank and failing at tanking, which is hilarious. I mean, how do you do that? You sign off guys off the street. Like I'm available, by the way, Chicago Bulls. I would love to play basketball for you. So you can hit me up and I'll go out there and help you tank if you want. So, but they're trying to tank and failing at tanking. So at this point now, I think they're right around the 4. They're roughly about the 4th pick I heard on the radio the other day. I don't know how accurate that is, but either way, it's really funny to see a professional franchise who's trying to fail and succeeding, and then they're failing at that. They're winning games when they're trying to fail, which is just crazy. And finally, the last part of the sports segment. And again, if you want to chime in on any of these topics, all you got to do again, hit me up on Twitter at DjMagicMike20, or you can hit me up at DjMagicMike20@gmail.com. The sports segment is brought to you by Lucky Event Booths. So if you need a photo booth for your event, private events or wedding or whatever, you can check Lucky Event Booths out at luckyeventbooth.com. All right, final topic of the sports section here, the Blackhawks. The Chicago Blackhawks are going to miss the playoffs for the first time in almost a decade. Quick segue here. How do you know I'm not hungover, Mark Rogers? That's the question. Anyway, moving back to the topic at hand here. Chicago Blackhawks are missing the playoffs for the first time in almost a decade, which makes me feel hungover. And it kind of sucks. Like, what are we going to do with the rest of our spring and summer here? Like, this has been a staple for almost 10 years. This team has been amazing. And it really is kind of a downer to not have Blackhawks hockey on. Like, it's funny because, like, when I'm working, I would actually kind of get annoyed with the Hawks because, everybody be watching the Hawks while I'm like trying to start work at 9:30, and they're all giving me dirty looks like, dude, what are you doing? And hey, I'm just trying to earn some money here. But it's weird now. I actually wish the Blackhawks were playing. I wish I had that problem now. It's kind of sucks that they're not in there anymore. And this team, they just got old, people. It's really that simple. They just got old. They're not fast anymore. And it's kind of a bummer. But what are you going to do? I mean, I guess it can't last forever, right? That's, kind of the big thing with sports. And they had a great run. It's been awesome as a Blackhawks fan. It's been awesome hockey. And, hopefully maybe they'll be able to retool and get back there next year. Tays and Kane, they still got some years on them, hopefully. But as of right now, that team, it's kind of died off, and it's kind of sad to not have that, I mean, people, I don't even know if everybody realizes here. Let me say it again. In case you didn't hear, the Blackhawks will not be in the playoffs this year. So you're going to have to redo your summer plans. And it's kind of a big thing. So if you guys have thoughts on that, you can hit me up again at DjMagicMike20 on Twitter, or at DjMagicMike@gmail.com. Let's move on to the next topic. Before I do that, really quick, let me see. We got a couple of little comments here. Yeah, I did my hair. I put on a hat, Mandy. So that's about as did as I get when I don't have, kind of formal stuff going on. And yes, I'm wearing the thing on my head. Hey, at least it's not the knit cap. Apparently, I wear the knit cap too much, and everybody makes fun of me for that. So I went with just the backwards hat style. Hope you guys like it. The little Lucky Entertainment hat. I don't know if you guys can see that, but as I hit the microphone, see, this is right here, stellar, top notch. Facebook living right now. You can tell I do this for a living. All right, moving on. Next topic. We're going to go movies. Movies are the next topic right here. And there's a lot that I want to talk about. I'm going to start. I don't know about you guys, but I am a huge, ginormous, avid, crazy you are true that here. Hold on, before I get into that topic, Mike. Yes, you are the only Magic Mike, but see, I keep my clothes on, and that's where we differ a little bit there. By the way, if y'all haven't hung out with Mike, there he's a party, so he's a good time. All right, moving back onto the movie topic. Infinity War. I'm a huge Marvel guy, big time, and it's coming 3 weeks from today. And that is a big, big, big deal. Mandy, actually, we could do a Grease or Dirty Dancing topic maybe some other time. So maybe next show, possibly. We'll do a whole segment on Grease and Dirty Dancing, but only if you post video of you doing like one of the songs. That's the deal. All right, so going back to Infinity War here. I am stoked. I am ready for this movie already. Like, they keep just releasing like little teaser trailers or little teaser pictures or little everything, and I just want the damn movie. I've been waiting for, God, how long has it been now? Like 3-4 years or whatever since they, introduced it. I just want to see this movie already, and I'm curious to know what you guys think. I'm curious to know what you guys think about Infinity War. What do you it's really hard to stay on topic when somebody's trying to do like dating. Let's do this instead. We'll skip this topic for a second here. We have somebody who needs a date. His name is Mike, and he's a Virgo, and he's into long walks on the beach and stripping in front of people. So if that's something cool for you, see Mike in the comments here, and we'll set up a match. There we go. All right, so going back to Infinity War here, I'm stoked. I'm ready for this movie. I want to see it. Black Panther was really good, and I feel like, as long as they keep going with, the way they're going, this movie is going to be awesome. I do have a little worry that, it may underwhelm. There's so much hype. There's so much, build up here that this movie might overwhelm, but I'm stoked. I still don't care. I will still pay my $20 because I go see in 4DX. Let's be real. If the chairs are moving, you got me. If my movie experience is like a damn roller coaster, I'm in. So that's what I'll be doing. And it's going to be exciting, and I'm curious to know what you guys think about Infinity War and whether you guys... Oh, see, already Haas says he's got his tickets. So people are already like prepaying for this, and it's a big deal, you know. And I'm curious to know what you guys think. Yeah, people are gonna die, Hoss. That's you know, the funny thing is the first thing I thought of when the Mind Stone got put in Vision is, oh, he did, because he's gonna be the first, you know, he's dead. He's a character that's going to die. They literally created him to kill him, which is going to happen in this movie most likely. So but no, I'm very curious about the storylines. I'm curious about a lot because I don't know how many of you followed like Infinity War comics and what the actual like comic storyline is, and please don't post spoilers on here. But there's a lot of twists and turns in the Infinity War saga, and one of the curious things I'm curious is they introduced that character Hela, the goddess of death, in the Thor Ragnarok movie, and in Infinity Wars, this isn't a huge spoiler, so I can say this in the comic. In Infinity War comic storyline, Thanos is in love with a character called Death. And it's not Hela, but I think that's possibly why they created that character, or a lead into why, to kind of help with that storyline. I'm curious to see if they go with that or not. They may not, they may, I don't know, but it could be an interesting little thought on something they might do. So again, are you guys excited for Infinity War? Do you want to see it? What you really thought so, Hoss? Yeah, that's Kate Blanchett that played Hela. And she's like, I think she's pushing 50, if I'm not mistaken. So look good for her age, I do have to say. But anyway, if you're excited about the movie, let me know what you think. Again, you can hit me up at DjMagicMike20 at gmail.com or at DjMagicMike on Twitter. Let me know what you think about Infinity War. We're going to move on to the next topic here in the movie category, and that's the movie Downsizing. I just saw that movie. I saw a few movies actually this week. This was or the last couple of weeks, I should say. Kind of a lot of movies that I wanted to see, I was actually able to get to see, which was nice. Downsizing is the one with Matt Damon. Matt Damon in the movie Downsizing shrinks himself. And the whole premise of the movie basically is that they create this thing where you can shrink yourself down to about like this big. So about the size of this microphone right here. And it's to, you know, save energy and save, you know, kind of the world and, you know, to be more eco-friendly is the whole point and premise. Well, what happens is Matt Damon, he downsizes and his wife doesn't. Leaves him stranded. So I'm like, okay, this movie could be really cool. It wasn't. I loved the concept. Hoss, you just said, I love the concept, but then when you actually watch the movie, it's terrible. It's long. It's boring. It doesn't keep your attention. I love Christoph Waltz, and honestly, like, he was about the best part of the movie. Just his whole character was pretty fun and funny, but like it was just bad. And I really thought it was going to be a lot better. I was very disappointed in Downsizing. I'd love to know what you guys think, but I would have to give that one a thumbs down on my end. Going on to the next movie here on my list, The Shape of Water. And this was an Academy Award winner. So I'm always leery anyway of Academy Award winners because usually, you know, they stink. Just to call it what it is. Usually they're not that good. This one wasn't bad. A lot of interesting concepts. A lot of things that'll make you go, oh, well, okay. The bad guy in this movie is awesome. That guy was amazing. I can't remember the name of the actor right now, the guy that plays him. If you guys know, let me know who the name of the actor that plays the kind of the baddie in this movie. But he was so good and just creepy good. And there's a lot of good storylines. The whole movie has you kind of guessing on a lot of different things, not just like the main point or premise of the movie, but on a lot of different characters, like what's their story or what's their angle or what are they doing, and it held me for the whole movie. So I actually was very impressed. So I would give Shape of Water a thumbs up. Definitely watch that. Don't watch it with your kids. It's not a kids movie. And we're gonna move on. The next movie is I, Tanya. I, Tanya. Now, if you're my age or older, you know all about this movie because you lived it. Before the OJ scandal, it was Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan. That's what everybody was talking about. It was a big, big deal. And, it captivated the country for months. This was like a big thing leading up into it. Oh, Michael Shannon was the actor. Thank you, Hoss. But yes, so the Tanya Harding thing captivated the nation. Yes, Tanya is hardcore, Mandy. Very, very hardcore. But the movie's awesome. Margot Robbie again. Can she do no wrong? I mean, I love Margot Robbie as an actress. She is so amazing. And again, just knocks it out. She looks like Tanya. It's scary, actually, how much they got her to look like Tanya. And I think they do a really good job of giving you multiple viewpoints of what happened. Mike, Mandy is happily engaged, so you're going to have to pass on Mandy Zahn. Although Mandy Zahn is an amazing, amazing musician. You can check out Mandy Zahn, Mandy Z in Rural Route 1, by the way. She is awesome. If you haven't seen her live, go see her. But that's a little off topic. All right, going back. So, I, Tanya. I love how they did it with different points of view, different angles, on what happened. So they get the point of view of her mother. They get her point of view. They get her ex-wife, her ex-wife. Oh, wait, her ex-husband's point of view. And then they get the bodyguard, who is just a complete idiot. Oh my God! But the movie was really, really good. And I don't know how much of that was actually true, but God, I hope it was, because it was amazing. Like just the interaction with Tanya and people, and it actually made me feel sorry for Tanya Harding a little bit, which I actually was kind of surprised that I didn't know a lot of that stuff. I didn't know that a lot of the judges, kind of looked down on her because they thought that she was just trailer trash, which I mean, they flat out almost pretty much called her that, and that's pretty sad that you're the best skater on the ice every competition practically, and yet you can't get good scores because they don't like your appearance or where you came from. Or, dude, if you're the best skater, you're the best skater. I don't feel like there should be, any debate about that just because, maybe you don't quite look like everybody else. So I, Tanya, definitely a good watch. That's a thumbs up. Definitely watch that. A very awesome movie. Yes, I need to load up on coffee. For me, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning right now, so I'm like, rah. I don't normally wake up till 2, but for you guys, we're going to get up a little earlier every Thursday. So, all right. So final topic of movies, The Last Jedi. Excuse me. The Last Jedi. And this movie just came out on DVD, I think last week, the week before. A little unsure on that. But The Last Jedi, I liked it. I didn't love it. I have some problems with it, and I know a lot of the Star Wars people will have problems with The Last Jedi. The thing with that movie is I feel like you can't judge it until the next movie comes out. And I think the thing that they were trying to do is they were using The Last Jedi as a platform for the next movie. And I don't know, Haas, I know you follow Star Wars, so maybe you can, elaborate a little bit, but I feel like there were a lot of plot things that are just unanswered still. And I came into that movie with so many questions, and I left with more questions and also going, what? Like, there are a lot of surprises. You will be surprised, and you will have, moments where you're just like, why did they do this? What is going on here? But I definitely recommend seeing it. The big thing with The Last Jedi is it will entertain you. It's a good Star Wars movie in that regard. You will be entertained for, 2.5 hours or however long is a long movie. But other than that, like, you'll have questions too. You're gonna come out at the end going, oh my God, what is going on here? And I hope a new hope maybe that they tie it up at the end, that and if they do it right, then this movie will actually be awesome. But if they don't tie it up right, I think that it's gonna be a problem. And I agree. They did with Haas, that he just said they did the same thing with Empire, and it was hailed as the best movie ever. And I agree. And I'm hoping that it's kind of the same thing now, where, they tie it up at the end, and it'll all make sense, and then all the questions will be worth having. So that's kind of my thoughts on The Last Jedi. I want to know what you guys think. Again, you can hit me up at DjMagicMike20 at gmail.com or at DjMagicMike20 on Twitter. And again, don't forget to hit me up for the Ask Mike segment coming up. If you have questions for me or things you want me to talk about, go ahead and email me at DjMagicMike20@gmail.com or at DjMagicMike20 on Twitter. I'll be doing a little segment later on called Ask Mike. So you'll be able to ask me questions and things like that, and I will answer them for you live on Facebook. All right, going on to the next topic. The next topic is music. This is Bruno Mars, by the way, featuring Cardi B, called Finesse, which actually sounds a lot like Poison by Belle Biv DeVoe back in the day. So, old school throwback there. All right, so music. No, Haas, I will not be talking about Justice League in any way, shape, or form. That movie was a big disappointment. Sorry. All right, so music. I wasn't going to do 2 rants in one show, but I feel like I need to, because what really grinds my gears? Music right now. It's so hard as a DJ to find good songs right now. And I don't know if any of you guys agree, but if you do, thank you, Haas, because I'm starving for something awesome, a good, fun, awesome song, and it's like I get one every 5 months or something like that, and I'm trying to deal with this, and it just sucks. Let's talk about the show I just sent. Why do I feel like that's going to be some? Yeah, I'll click that link after I'm done, Mike. Maybe that's an offline link. I don't know. But anyway, what does that say? Eliminate show. By the way, Mike is if he's looking for a date. So if you know anybody, he's actually an attractive man, and I can say that as a thriving heterosexual that he's an attractive man. So he promises. Anyway, going back to music. Right? Yeah, that's exactly. So Mandy says, because they're all poo and they sound the same. Thank you for keeping it PG, Mandy, by the way. And that's very nice of you. Yes, I agree. Like most of the songs that are coming out just aren't very good. And I don't know what happened. When did, I got a doggy, a kitty, it goes meow. Like that's what we get. Like that's what we're stuck with right now. and it sucks. I'm waiting for something better. I keep waiting for somebody to come along to rock my world. And like I'm not a guy who's like, well, I don't like this kind of music, and I like everything. I just can't get into mumble rap. And some trap songs are fun, but most of it sucks. It just sucks, and I just don't understand. Can I which one? The doggy and the kitty meow. but they just suck. They're terrible, and I don't understand what people see in it. I just don't. I'll still play it, that's what people want to hear. And hey, I'm a DJ. I'm all about you guys. But in the end, like I keep hoping, and I have hope that somebody's going to do it. Now, that brings me to my next topic. Justin Timberlake. JT has kind of been my mainstay, my go-to guy with music over the years, and he always delivers, except this time. If you've heard JT's new song, Filthy, that's the best way I can describe it, as filthy, because it's terrible. When am I going to start taking callers? Well, actually, Mike, funny that you mentioned that. I'm trying to work on a way where I can interview like one person a show. You can do this thing where you can like invite somebody or they can like try to join your video or whatever. So we're working on the details of that. So maybe we can interview you next time and we can try and get you a date. We can call it get Mike a date. Not me, but you, Mike, a date. So that could be a thing. But anyway, going back to JT. So I was so excited for JT's new album and him, to do that. And I just so underwhelmed by it so far. There's a couple songs that I like on it, but for the most part, it's not good. And it's just like, come on, dude. Like I keep, waiting for good music and I keep getting disappointed and it's so frustrating. I will say this though. There is an artist who is and keeps crushing it, and that is the aforementioned man who I just played before, Mr. Bruno Mars. Sorry, I keep coughing. You start a show, right? And your first show, you get a tickle in your throat, and it just keeps going. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee here for a second. Hold, please. And before all you dirty people start saying, it's just a tickle in my throat, it's not anything else, okay? All right, going back to the topic. Mr. Bruno Mars, this man, all he does is crush hits. He keeps releasing fun, upbeat, awesome songs that make people dance, and thank God for him. Because if it wasn't for him, my life would be really difficult as a DJ. But this guy just keeps doing it. He keeps crushing it. He keeps doing everything that I hope more artists do. And the funny thing is Bruno won 6 Grammys this year. 6 Grammys, which is awesome. And in his Grammy speech, he said, I just wanted to make fun music. And I was like, amen. Yes, sir. And I hope more people take notice of that. I want more artists to take notice, and like I've been disappointed over the last 2 years because a lot of people who I thought were going to be, good. What's up, Rick? How you doing, man? Shout out to Rick. A lot of the artists that I thought were going to be awesome haven't. Taylor Swift's album was terrible. And I hate to say this because I know Lauren just joined, but Katy Perry's album wasn't that good either. Sorry. Bruno Mars is the only one who upped the game and who made it, fun and awesome. And, props to Bruno. But there has been one, and I'm actually going to play a song today. Just so for legal reasons, I do not own the rights to any of this said. There is a new song that came out a couple of weeks ago, I think now. And it is called Freaky Friday by Lil Dicky and Chris Brown. Now, I don't know about you guys. First of all, I'm going to play the edited version. Go watch the unedited version because the video is unbelievable. But this song is so funny. So I'm going to give this a minute here. Y'all can jam with me if you want. The dance moves are free, by the way. I woke up Chris Breezy. Oh my God, I'm the man. I'm so fly and I can dance. There's tattoos on my neck. I just FaceTime Kanye. I kind of half imagine you guys sitting at your desks at work, just like bumping like this. Holy, I got a kid. I can sing so well. Wonder if I can say the N-word. Wait, can I really say the N-word? What up, my winner? What up, my winner? Big ups, my winner. We are my winner. You stupid low winner. Forget y'all winners. Cause I'm that winner, 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 winner. I'm that winner. I woke up in Chris Brown's body. It's lip syncing now. Freaky Friday.
no choice but to turn this sideways. I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday. It's Freaky Friday. I'm in Chris Brown's.
Mandy, you're so funny. So that is Freaky Friday right there. I actually, Mandy, really, I know it's not quite your style, but go watch the video anyway. The video is really, really funny. But I can't play something by the Mark Rogers Band. They haven't released their EP yet. But as soon as they do, you know, I'll throw that on there as well. You can check out Mr. Mark Rogers every Sunday at his bar Bender's in Silver Lake, by the way. He is one of the most talented, amazing guitar players I have ever seen. And I'm not just saying that because he employs me every Monday night, but I actually mean it. He is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, see Rick, right there, Rick. Love the video. Yeah, it's really good. We need a lip sync battle. You know, again, we could do that maybe with some guests or something, because I know you can do guest video on here where we can do a lip sync battle. I'm down. Let me know, guys. Like, you know, I'd love to have more topics and things that we could do. So lip sync battle may not be out of the question there, Hoss. But yeah, so that Freaky Friday song came out about a couple of weeks ago, and I lost it. I was laughing so hard. And it's one of the better songs I've heard from like hip hop in a while. And that's pretty sad, but I'm still happy it came out because like I got the video right away. I play it like pretty much every show now because it's so funny. But I just hope that, you know, music in general, I hope maybe like the artists kind of go back to, I don't know, 2012, 2013, just, you know, more upbeat, fun stuff. And I'm totally going to channel my inner basic, you know what, but I just want to dance, but I do. Like, I want to have fun, you know, and just bring back the fun in music, please. All right. Moving on. This is where I was going to do the Ask Mike questions bit. I'm kind of looking here. Nobody has submitted a question on Twitter. Let me check the email here really quick. And nobody, well, I guess you guys don't have any questions for me. All right, moving on. No, it's cool. We got, 5 people right here now? Do you guys have questions for me? We got 5 people following. What you want to ask? Do you guys want to talk about anything? Do you have something on your mind that you'd like to discuss? Welcome to the Magic Mike. I don't even know what to call it. Never mind. I just wanted to do that really soothing radio voice. Hey, how's it going? All right. Anyway. All right. So I guess we'll move on then from there, or maybe we'll double back. If you guys have a question or something, hit me up. You know, what do you want to talk about? More than happy to talk about any topics that you have, except for you, Mark Rogers. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk to you. Just kidding. All right. Moving on from the Ask Mike scenario, we'll go back to that. So if you do want to, Hoss, all right. Well, I have a question. What do you know? Why is the sky blue? Rick Foster wants to know why he's sexy. Well, Rick, you're born that way. I can't, you know, it is what it is. After all, they do call you the impregnator. So, the sky is blue because a very tragic thing happened in Smurfland up in the clouds. And so you do the math. And no, I don't know, man. I'm not a scientist, Toss. You know, I'm guessing from what I hear, water vapors reflect the sun's ultraviolet rays, causing the sky to have a blue hue to it. So that's about the best I have, man. Sorry. Poor Rick. He can't even escape his nickname over a show. Sorry, dude. Yeah, Mandy Z. See, because of the water. Thank you, Mandy. See, we have resident scientists who actually pay attention to the show. So moving on here, we're going to go to the next topic. This topic is called food and exercise. And there's a reason why I'm doing this, because I have not been exercising lately. And Blobby is still here. And I keep wanting to get rid of Blobby, and Blobby is moved in, and I got to kick Blobby out. So I'm turning to you guys now. And here's some of my dilemma. I run... Mandy, I'll get to your question in a second. That's a good one. I actually have a lot of good karaoke stories, so I definitely can get to that, Rick. All right, so going to the food stuff. Here's my dilemma. I run 2 businesses right now. So, by the way, a shameless plug. Lucky Entertainment, a DJ company in the Kenosha and Lake County area, servicing all the way up to Milwaukee down to Chicago. If you need a DJ for your private events and/or wedding, please contact us at Lucky DJs today. Thank you. And then the other one, of course, is the photo booth business, which I started, Lucky Event Booth. You can check us out, luckyeventbooth.com. So I run 2 businesses right now, and I'm a parent, and I'm a loving boyfriend to my wonderful girlfriend who's sleeping right now. And when the heck am I, like, I know, like, you make time, right? Well, here's my day in a nutshell, just so you guys understand. I wake up at 2:00, let's say, and I get out of bed, and I got just enough time to get some food and some coffee, and then hit the road to go pick up my daughter from school. Come home. By that point, I have to go through all my finances. Lauren says she wishes she was sleeping. Yeah, Rick, we do need to push my car again. Backstory on that, I was helping Rick exercise a few years ago, and I actually made him push my car up and down a parking lot. But anyway, so I get home, from picking up my daughter, and then I got to do the finances for my business. I got to do the promos for the karaoke shows. I got to do, all the stuff that is required on the back end of a business that you don't ever see, and, downloading music and whatnot. And it's a lot to do. So then where is the time? Like, by that time, it's already time to eat dinner, because my daughter is like, Daddy, when can I eat? So, like, well, she's actually almost 13 now, so it doesn't sound like that anymore. It's like, Dad, I'm hungry. So anyway, yeah, Lauren, I'm gonna walk all the way to Fox Lake. That'd be a far walk. But anyway, so it's just it's just hard. And then by the time I get done with dinner and everything, I got to get ready for work. I go to work, I work. So, and then I get done at work, and it's, 1:30, 2:00 in the morning, 2:30 sometimes, and I'm either exhausted or it's been a fun night with friends, and you don't want to work out when you've had a shot or two, because then that stuff, you trust me, you do not want to have shots before you work out when you get on a treadmill. That comes back in a bad way. So I'm having trouble, like, trying to find or carve out time, and the only way I'm going to be able to do this is to literally, like, lose sleep. And I used to have a saying, "Oh, sleep when I'm dead." Well, I'm dying. I can't keep doing that anymore. So I kind of want to hear from you guys. When do you guys carve out time? When do you make time to exercise? How do you do creative ways to get some exercise in? Because I'm all about it. Like, I want to exercise. I want to evict Blobby here, but it's getting hard. And the other thing is food. Of course, I have my first radio show. My nose is itching like crazy. Food. What type of foods do you guys do, or how do you do meal prep? My big thing is fast meals, cheap fast meals, right? We're all on budgets here, so cheap fast meals that are healthy. Good luck. They don't have. Welcome to Veggie Donald's. How may I take your order? It doesn't happen. They don't have that. You can't just run through Veggie Donald's and pick up the number 2, So how do you find the time to do meal preps? What type of meals do you eat? And, how do you get yourself in shape? I know I have a lot of workout warriors out there, so I'd love to hear you guys' comments on that, and, what you do. So that's my food and exercise topic for today. I'm going to try to do that one every week, just because I want to, once I get more comments in and stuff, I'm going to share your views and what you guys do with the rest of the world. All right, so moving on. I actually am going to eliminate a topic here just because we're running short on time. So this next topic is called the good deed of the week. Good deed of the week. I was working Saturday night, and I just got done talking about food and exercise, and then I'm going to talk about how I went to McDonald's on Saturday night. So we all know why Blobby came. But I was working Saturday night, and I really needed a quick meal because, of course, I was running late, as always. Anybody who knows me knows that I run late all the time. In fact, when I die, I really hope they wheel me into my wake and or funeral 10 minutes late, because that would be appropriate. Anyway, so I stopped at McDonald's before my Saturday night gig, and then I went and, had my Saturday night gig, and then I was stopping to pick up something on the way home, and I went to get my debit card. My debit card was gone. Couldn't find my debit card. I was freaking out, going through my car. I called the gig that I had. I called them to see if they had it. They didn't have it. Nobody had it. I couldn't find it. Well, I finally realized, I did go to McDonald's. So I call up the McDonald's. This McDonald's is the one in Wadsworth on 41 and Wadsworth Road. So I called them up, and sure enough, they had my debit card. I couldn't believe it. I was floored. Good deed of the week to you guys. Thank you guys for returning my debit card to me, for not, running up, not that there was a whole lot of money on there anyway, but, they could have easily just bought stuff, and instead they were good, and good people still exist out there. So good deed of the week goes to them. I appreciate it. I have my debit card back. It is good to go. So, yeah, Haas, I definitely, and that's the thing, going back to the exercise and stuff. Haas said veggies, prep them before bed. He said do yoga. God, I love yoga. Yoga is so good for you. Like your back feels better. Everything feels better when you do yoga. So I definitely recommend doing yoga. Again, right? It's carving out time. And that's the thing. How do you carve out the time in a busy schedule? So, Lauren says she did meal prep. And that's the thing. Exactly. So she said she did meal prep on Sundays and portioned them out, and then had meals for the week. And that's something I want to do, except my Sundays are my only day to hang out with my kids and my girlfriend. So, I would rather not have to spend 4 hours doing meal prep, but I guess maybe, we can make it a fun thing. I don't know. Hey kids, you want to cook? I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess. But, that is a good idea for sure. So we're going to, that's it. We're already at almost an hour here, man. The time flies. So I kind of timed this out perfectly. So I have a thing we're going to start doing. And this is, to kind of gauge if you guys are listening, paying attention, tuning in. We're going to do something called the Magic Mike Hour Follower of the Month. And this is how this is going to work. We're going to give away, and it's not much, it's a $25 Visa gift card once a month. To get the gift card, you need to pay attention to the shows throughout the show. And this week it's going to be at the end right here, but it may not always be at the end. Throughout the show, I will have a word of the week. At the end of the month, these 4 words are going to make a short 4-word sentence. The word of the week this week is I, like I, the letter I. That's the word of the week. So what'll happen is next week there'll be another word, and then another word, and then another word. And at the end of the month, whoever has all 4 words and emails them to me and has been active with the show and interactive, we will give you a $25 Visa gift card on me, courtesy of Lucky Entertainment. If you need a DJ in the Kenosha County and Lake County area, we service all the way from Milwaukee to Chicago. Check us out at luckydjs.com. Shameless plug. But for real, we'll be giving away the $25 gift card. Again, if you've paid attention to the follower of the month. So the first word is I. The letter I. That is the first word. So make sure you keep track of that. And then next week we'll have the second word, and so on and so forth. So that's it. We're already done. That's awesome. First show in the books. Boom. Mic drop, but don't ever drop a mic. Okay. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's been fun. Thank you for being interactive. It was a good time. Again, you can comment on anything on my Twitter page at DjMagicMike20 on Twitter. Also, you can email at DjMagicMike20@gmail.com. Obviously, I love some show topics, stuff that you guys would like to talk about next week. So hit me up with those, and have a great day. You could sing it out too if you want to. Come on, sing it loud. Hey, hey, bye, bye, bye.